Hey guys, welcome back. Anyway, let's talk about the cuckoo clock and the pendulum. Now, most of these cuckoo clocks, they usually have a problem because they were screwed to the wall improperly, probably, and they're screwing it right into the sheetrock or using one of them plugs to hold it in there. And you got to remember the weight is being pulled continuously on a 1 day or on an 8 day. That's really heavy. To pull that weight up, you're stressing the sheetrock. And what normally happens is a cuckoo clock will fall off the wall. Let me show you an example of a box that fell off the wall. This box fell off the wall. You can see it's broke there. It's been glued together. The interior has got glue all up inside trying to hold this box together. It's a little loose right here, and that's because it fell off the wall. Now let's look at the works to see what could happen to the works when this thing actually falls off the wall. This here is actually the works, a real nice older one. You can tell mainly because of that. And what normally happens, this here is where the pendulum would hang on it, and it shoves this rod up, and you can see this little part right here that swings back and forth. That usually gets crammed up and gets bent up inside here. Now also you have this rod back here that goes to the pendulum, and that's what makes the mechanism, we'll say, tick back and forth, and sometimes that rod gets bent. So the first thing we'll talk about is if your pendulum is swinging but it goes back and forth like this as it's ticking, which it's fine, I guess, if you don't mind that. But to get back to this part, you have this little piece right here that you notice how there's a space in here. Normally that was squeezed together, and because of it's squeezed together, that causes the pendulum to rock back and forth. So if you open this up so it has room in there, it'll steady that pendulum so it doesn't rock back and forth. Now the next thing that will usually happen, we'll put that way, is once you have your clock leveled and it's going tick tock tick tock tick, or you have to really tip your clock like this to get it to run. That's because this rod here has been bent. And what you need to do, you got to be careful because clocks are fragile to a certain point, but you need to hold on to this rod here and then take this wire and bend it just a little bit, and then try to level the clock out and see what the sound sounds like. See if you bend it the wrong way, and just bend it just a little bit at a time and level your clock, and then see how straight it is for this thing to actually have a tick tock tick tock tick tock. So that's the problems that normally you have on these things here when they don't want to tick right, or like I say, they sway back and forth, the pendulum itself. Otherwise, you take care of that and you'll have a straight and nice sounding clock ticking right along.